just our supporters and people who pray for us as to what God's doing in ministry. Starting in this new year, it's been an awesome month for us, and so we want to update you guys on that. Crystal, you want to tell them a couple of things?
Well, the most exciting thing that's happening right now is our mobile medical unit, our bus, and its name is Bobby, is hitting the road today.
Yes.
It is on its way to Colorado Springs. It's been built to our specifications, and then from Colorado Springs, it will tour around the U.S. to let others know about the Stork buses, how they work, and then it will be arriving here on the week of the 20th in February, and we're going to have a super cool, thank you, Holly, for your great idea. We're going to have a reveal for our bus Bobby, and that is going to be a community event, and we hope that you will all attend. You will be getting more information about that, but the reveal will be the morning of February 23rd. It's a Saturday.
So we're really hoping that you guys can come out and just see the bus. Yes, it's just a tangible thing that God's going to use, but really what it is just a trophy of His grace, and it's just a reminder of how He has provided in ways that we could never imagine, and that He is at work.
And we want you guys to come out and actually step onto the bus and see it and feel it and understand how it's going to work. And also that day, can I tell them?
Yeah.
We're going to have a baby shower for our bus. So we hope that you'll come out and join us in that. There will be gift boxes there that you'll be able to support. You don't have to buy a gift to attend. We want you to come in. Uh-oh, we went dark. We want you to come in, and there'll be gifts there that you can then turn around and give to the ministry of the bus ministry specifically.
Yeah, so that's huge. So we're super excited about that. But even just with the first of the year, before we even have this bus, God has been sending us lots of new clients. They've been in and out of here. We have a Forgiven and Set Free curriculum that we use, Bible study that we use, that is for post-abortive women who are just struggling to find freedom from that. And we actually, our class that's getting ready to start up is full, and we are just thanking God for that.
And that is a huge blessing, because for years we have had this class available with no one coming forth to attend. And all of a sudden, God has just opened the floodgates, and that class is full, which is a blessing to the community as a whole. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, maybe I need to be a part of that, you can go to beginthehealing.org. Beginthehealing.org, and there will be a form for you to fill out, and you can be a part of that study, either as a recipient of the study, or if you want to help teach the study, we can help you train up for that.
Yes, absolutely. So it's been awesome. Crystal and I were both able to be in churches for Sanctity of Human Life Sunday, and ta-da! Something exciting back there.
We'll pull that forward so everybody can look at it.
Yes, we're excited.
We are excited.
We're excited. It's just a little thing, but it makes us really excited. But yeah, we were both in churches for Sanctity of Human Life Sunday. We were able to share just about the ministry. And as a result of that, people and just believers, the church, capital C, if you will, has just really started rallying lately. We have people coming in and calling, multiple people every day, wanting to volunteer. Just awesome. People with awesome stories, people with awesome God stories. And it's just it's just more evidence to us of how God is going to provide, how He is providing, even though we're kind of just walking in blind faith.
Right.
But people are coming in, they're helping. The money is starting slowly to come in, and so we're excited.
And I think culturally, as Christians, we are beginning to understand that we've got to put action behind our words.
Yes.
And so this is the perfect opportunity to show someone God's unconditional love for them. Absolutely. And you can't be any more evident in showing God's unconditional love than when you're loving on a young pregnant woman who's maybe scared about the future. And we know as Christians who holds the future, and we can share that hope of Christ with them.
Absolutely. And I think just last week with this legislation in New York, Even though New York is actually the 8th state to allow for late-term abortion, I think it is, if anything, it's raised an awareness among believers. And there's an outrage, and there should be an outrage, but really, I think something for us, and I think even our staff just talking through it last week, there's a brokenness, as it's merely a symptom of something much greater than just abortion. It's just a symptom of a heart issue. It's just a symptom of a cultural issue. And I think it speaks more to the silence of the church than it does to the sinfulness of the culture. So church, hear me when I say that we are here. We've been here working hard for years to walk with women through what feels like a crisis.
Right.
And this is what we do day in and day out, regardless of legislation, regardless of what's legal or not legal. Even if abortion weren't legal, we would still exist to help women walk through what feels like a crisis.
Right.
And so we never want to come across as merely anti-abortion. We are pro-life. We're pro-woman. We're pro-family. We're pro-kids.
And we're pro-Christ.
And we're pro-Jesus. And we just believe that he changes lives, and that is outside of legislation. We hope to see legislation change.
Sure.
We'd love that. But that's just not what we're here for, and nor do we believe it's what, as followers of Jesus Christ, and what we're called to. We're called to a much greater, much higher calling.
And this machine, this ultrasound machine, is one of the greatest tools that we have for helping women choose life, make life-affirming choices. Statistically, they tell us that 4 out of 5 women who have ultrasound will choose life. So that is a huge tool that we are so excited to be able to offer now that we have completely gone medical. And then we'll have the machine on the mobile medical unit. So we'll be able to not only just offer that here, but take it out into the community and other communities wherever we are needed.
Wherever
we vow to be able to do that. We're not going to hoard this for ourselves. This is for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. You have notes or anything?
I'm looking at my notes here. You covered the Forgiven and Set Free.
Yeah.
We also have some new board members.
Yes, we have new board members.
And we need more new board members, so that's another opportunity. They meet once a month, and then they help us with our banquet and with our walk. They are an active working board. You don't just come and sit and listen.
They don't just make decisions.
Right.
They get involved.
And we have our bottles out right now for Sanctity of Life, and we'll have more churches take those for Mother's Day and Father's Day. But if your church took bottles and you have one out sitting on your desk, just remember to fill that up with change or checks or large bills. It's really an amazing little bottle because you can put dollar bills in it, but you can also put $100 bills in it.
You can put checks.
No lie. They both fit.
Big time checks can fit in. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
We love those bottles. So that's a lot of what's happening, and we've been so encouraged and just believe that God is going to continue to work this year. And in part, what we want to do is just invite you to be a part of it in whatever way that you can. Whether it's prayer, it's financial giving, it's volunteering, it's walking with a young lady, it's sitting with her, it's loving on her. Whatever way you can be a part of it, I can guarantee you don't want to miss out. Because God is doing some really cool things.
Really cool. And can I just take a moment to say thank you?
Yes.
Thank you to everyone in this community. Whether you gave $1 or you gave $10,000 to this cause, it all mattered. Yeah. Because I can tell you 18 months ago, sitting at a board meeting, looking at the amount of money that needed to be raised in little old Denver. And that bus, every bit of it was raised. And the bus is completely paid for. We don't have a loan on it. That's not the way it works. But the way that God worked, it wasn't really anything that we did here. No. God just moved his people. No. And the money just started rolling in. And what an encouragement to those of us that work here to know that people stand behind what we're doing and they want us to continue doing it.
And it matters.
It
does.
And
that it genuinely it matters. And one big thing that we have talked about this year, and kind of a theme for us this year, is just planting seeds. And when we kind of started looking forward to this upcoming year, that was a thing, kind of a vision that I would say that God gave Crystal as the executive director here, and kind of burdened her heart over, was that we have no control of the outcomes. We can't force growth. We can't make anything grow or anything happen. We just don't have the power to do that. But what we do have not only the power to do, but we have an obligation to do, is to plant seeds, seeds of truth, seeds of love, just the gospel in the hearts of men and women in our community. And so, in light of that, we go back to this verse in 1 Corinthians where Paul just talks about that. He said, "I planted and Apollos watered, but God gave the growth. So neither he who plants nor he who waters is anything, but only God who gives the growth." And so what we're doing is just continuing to trust God for outcomes, and continue to trust God for victory and for healing, and for just men and women being set free from the bondage of sin and the bondage of the lies of our culture. And we're just a part of a much bigger picture of what God is up to.
Right, and I wanted to share this past fall, Save the Storks flew me out to Colorado Springs. Save the Storks is who our bus is through. It's an organization that puts these buses together. And through training, was able to get this quote from Pastor Greg Dalton, who's out of the Seattle area.
Okay.
And he was speaking to us about sowing seeds, which was so ironic because just that morning before he spoke, I was getting ready and it was just burdening my heart that here's where we are at the pregnancy center. We are sowing seeds. That's what we should be doing. We need to be sowing seeds of hope, sowing seeds of trust, sowing seeds of truth, sowing seeds of love. And then I go into my first session, and Pastor Greg Dalton is speaking about sowing the seeds. And he says, "The sower scatters the seed, but the power of the seed does not depend upon the skill of the sower."
And isn't that good news?
That is great news because
our skills are minimal.
We're not worthy.
Our skills are minimal. But it's so cool, and I think, and I just read a verse to Crystal too from Corinthians where Paul just writes that we do not wage war against the flesh, and that the weapons of our warfare are not fleshly, but we have the divine power to destroy strongholds and every lofty opinion or argument raised against us. And trust me when I say there's plenty of lofty opinions and arguments raised against us. But every day we walk in here, we remind our hearts and we remind our volunteers and our staff, hey, we have been given the divine power to destroy strongholds.
Amen.
So that's what we do. That's what we're doing. You've been given the divine power to destroy strongholds. So we're just asking you to just keep linking arms with us, keep battling with us. Don't be discouraged. Don't let your hearts be dismayed or discouraged because God is at work. And it's just one seed at a time.
Right.
One outcome at a time that we just leave in the hands of a really good Father.
And if you get discouraged, think about the center, because in 1998, this center was a staff of 3. And it wasn't even, there was no paid staff. No paid staff. Staff of 3 in the basement of Westport Baptist Church with a budget of $5,000.
It blows my mind every time.
And now we are a full-blown medical center. We have a nurse manager on staff. We have a staff of 6.
Yeah.
We're just growing by leaps and bounds, and it's moving so fast. It's all we can do just to hang on tight and ride the wave.
Just buckle in and go.
Right. But we wanted to just take a time to let you know what all's going on. And if you want to, you can go to our website, eastlincolnpcc.org. That's our donor website, eastlincolnpcc.org. And there's lots of information on that website where you can find out what's going on, how much money we've raised, how much we still need to raise. You can find out how to be a board member, how to be a volunteer. Really, it even has a link to our client website. So if you know someone that's in trouble and you're not sure where the client website is, go to that website and you can click on the link to the client website. But watch our website and watch us on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Watch us
Go on Facebook,
Keep
like
up with
us. like our page, because we're going to be sharing a lot of information,
Mhm.
especially about the baby shower reveal coming up on February
Yes.
23rd. And that's going to be a fun day. We're going to have
That's
breakfast, too.
Yummy breakfast.
Full out
Yummy breakfast.
Southern boy breakfast.
Yes. No better way to do it than that. Oh, man. Well, thank you guys for listening, for hanging with us. Thank you for partnering with us. And let's just keep doing this, church. Let's keep trucking on and just keep being a part of what God's doing. All right, we love you guys, and we
Thank
also are
you.
praying for you.